boy Andrew from Wild, Florida. I actually have some stuff from Josh's shop, so we'll show you what we're bringing over to Andrew and what we're collecting to bring back to Josh's shop. Just running a few favors out here that I said I would do a little while back, and finally got the time. I had to come out this way anyway, so I figured might as well knock out all these little trips at one time. I was gonna bring Brian with me, but it would have been a waste of time. He's gonna be at the house with me tomorrow. But we got some cool stuff to show you, so we're gonna be pulling up.
Use the left lane to turn onto a road.
Not even sure if that went through. My GPS is telling me where to go. Anyway, we're gonna be showing up at Andrew's house here in a second. And again, he's got some cool stuff that I'm bringing him, and we'll show you the whole 9 yards. Have a little bit of fun. A short episode today, but it's gonna be a fun one.
Turn left.
So we'll see how that shit goes. And I'm going to try my very best to do a PG episode just so that I don't have to edit that much, because I'm going to try and put it up on my computer.
In 1.5 miles, the destination is on your right.
Today. And see if that's why the computer keeps going nuts out, just because of all the editing that I have to do to cut out all my F-bombs. So we're going to do a whole PG episode today, to the best of my ability. Alright, we'll be at Andrew's here in a second. We'll see what we got going on. Got a surprise. I think you guys are going to enjoy the little baby that we got going on here, as well as the other animals. We'll do a little explanation on some of these things. Let's see what we got. Surprise, surprise, mofos. Boom! Alright, look at this little dude right here, bro. Alright, so we got a little sick Andrew over here. He's got the ninja. So we're gonna spread the ninja today. We got a little baby Joey in the sack here. And this guy, how old do you think this one is?
He's 7 months.
So 7 months old, and you can see he's like, you know, fully furred. He doesn't look like a little minion. And he just hangs out in the sack. And same if he was with mom right now, he'd be in the sack as big as he is. And he chugs that thing too.
Mm-hmm.
So what a lot of people don't know is that when we get these babies, everybody thinks this is the funnest shit ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's how everybody wants to be. Well, same with your employees, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I had to deal with the same thing where everybody wants to raise babies because they think it's fun until you got to wake up in the middle of the night, or if you got a fussy eater. This one looks like a good eater though.
No, he's good.
So, but every now and again we get some stuff where you got to really fight it, really sit with them. You got to keep warming up milk, go back and forth, try different nipples, all different sorts of stuff. So this guy's just knocking it back. Look at his little feetsies too. And this one's a red, right?
Yeah.
So you'll notice he ain't red yet.
Nope.
And then some of the reds stay like more gray as adults,
Yeah.
right?
He's got some splotches on him that are red, but
I mean, I'll show you guys underneath. So you can see a little bit of red coming in through here and up on the top, but for the most part, he's gray right now. And then these are the larger species, right?
yep.
So we got the grays that are a little bit smaller, and then we also have a bunch of different wallabies that are obviously nowhere near the size. And this is the second one now too, right?
Yeah, this is the second one.
So we're at the Casa de Andrew. This guy will go to Wild, Florida as soon as he's ready. Is it a he or?
It's a he, yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna have these guys out there at Wild, Florida, which you guys have seen multiple times before. It's where we were supposed to end up today, but Andrew just about died. He tried to kill himself yesterday, doing a little dehydration, a little too much work. This guy's going to town. Hit it, bud. And you can see on the feet there, if you look at these feet, the thing about the kangaroos is they do have short little arms, but their legs are super powerful, and they'll use that big tail to basically sit on and shit kick you. But what people don't know is they'll also grab you with those little arms, then pull you in real close.
Yeah.
And shit kick you. Obviously this guy's not, because he's hand raised, so he's gonna be good as an adult too. But if you were out there in Australia in the outback and one of these guys approached you and grabbed you by the face, it's gonna be pretty difficult to get away from them. And then on top of that, being shit kicked by their powerful feet, like, could really do some damage.
Yeah, they got some crazy bad feet. Let's see.
You got one in the sack, bud. Look at that. Sure. So, and you can see too, like if he wanted to, he could hop out of the sack. And I'm sure he does every once in a while, but that's their little comfort zone. So even with mom right now, he'd still be poking his head out of the belly. And when they're babies, they're gross, but then they get a little bigger and get the fur on them, they don't look so gross. He's a cute one now.
Yeah, look like a baby rat or a rabbit.
Yeah, and then it's all yucky inside the pouch at first, and but then you get this, and you get almost like a full-grown kangaroo popping out of another kangaroo. It's kind of creepy. I'll show you guys that one of these days. All right, I'm gonna wait till he's done eating. When he's done eating, we'll pop back on here and show you guys a couple other things before we get out of here. Boom. All right, check it out, dudes. He's done eating over here. He's playing with his hands. He's really sweet. He's a good boy. And best part is he's got his diaper on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got a diaper on. That way they don't have to clean up too much. The bathroom will be the pretty much the spot for right now, but homie doesn't leave the sack. So we pretty much pull him out, let him walk around, but he spends most of his time inside his sack. That's where they're comfortable. So basically, same thing in the wild, like when they're out there in the wild and they're with mom and stuff, they're bouncing around with mom. And in Australia, you got all kinds of weird stuff where they come from that can whack a baby real easy. So they're gonna stay with mom and be protected, and the sack is actually really comfortable for him. Obviously, you can see he's more chill than we are. It's like totally hanging out. But you know, definitely important to get the hang on it. So he feels like he's in a sack, so he's not placed on the floor or anything like that. I'm sure if you just plop this on the floor, he's gonna bounce out. But it's hung off the top here. You clean yourself up? Was that good, Milkies? So that was your surprise, my dudes. A little Joey here. Cleaning himself up. What are you doing, buds? What are you doing, big guy? And then if you guys want to learn about all kinds of facts about different wallabies and kangaroos and all that stuff, you can Google that shit. There's plenty of information out there, but make sure you fact check, source your stuff. But this one, I do believe, is the largest, right?
Yeah, the reds are.
So we got the largest species of kangaroo right here. And then I think the smallest species of like the roo family would be the Bennett's wallaby, right? Or is there one smaller?
No, there's like, yeah, so I'm not super familiar with kangaroos either.
We don't know shit about shit, and we're not afraid to say it.
I just figured out they had a cloaca.
Well, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a bird brew.
Yeah. So I was like, wait a minute here, because I have to stimulate him to go to the bathroom. So.
Basically what he's saying is he's rubbing buttholes. Yeah. And you got to do that with a lot of babies because that's what mom does, is they basically lick to get them to go to the bathroom. So you got to stimulate babies until a certain age when they start going on their own. Yeah. So this guy's got a cloaca, which is what a bird's got. That's what we refer to the birds, the cloacal kiss, we call it. When the birds breed, it's like a millisecond they touch and it's done. And that's something that I didn't know. And I'm sure a lot of you out there didn't know. So now we know that they have cloacas. But as far as I know, I think the smallest I've seen in person is the Bennett's wallaby, which is not much bigger than what you're looking at here. And that's a full-grown wallaby, maybe a little bit bigger than this. And then you have, what's that rare species of wallaby that's bigger? The agile wallaby. Those are a little bit bigger. Those kind of match up with your kangaroos. They're a little bit taller. I would say they would get like, you know, about 4 or 5 feet, somewhere around there. But this guy's super sweet, and I just like the fact that he's like, yeah, I'm not getting out of my sack. Okay, there's no more milkies there for you, bud. I know that's what you're looking for. You already looked it off your hands there. There's a little belly, bro. What do you got? What's in there? I can already feel your teethers in there coming in. You got the teethers coming in. There's a good little boy. Oh, yeah. Big old floppy ears, dude. And then back in the day, unfortunately enough, they used to set up boxing matches with the kangaroos. Although I say back in the day, they probably still do some weird shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
But let's give a look on the inside. So this is what you would see on the inside of the pouch of a mom. So the pouch of a mom obviously is a little bit more gross than an actual pouch. But once they get a little bit bigger, it's not as mucusy per se. So the babies do come out dry. They don't get wet every time, but this is what you would see inside the sack of a kangaroo. So he's all curled up, got his back feet over there, just hanging out. So he's got his butt sitting, tail curled up. He's all interested in the phone. What is that, bud? What is it? What is it? What is it? You gonna come out? Probably not. All right. So now I'll show you guys what we brought over from Josh's shop for Andrew over here for his personal stuff. And then I'll show you what I'm bringing back to Andrew. Or, I can't even speak anymore. Josh. Taken from Andrew to Josh. Brought some stuff to Andrew and taken some stuff back to Josh. And I got to see this little guy. Did we name him yet?
Yeah, Brad.
Brad?
Yep, his name is Brad.
Who named him Brad?
The kids did.
Brad, okay. As long as the kids did it, it's okay. I heard a kid, by the way.
No, they're probably getting home from school.
Yeah, somebody said dad. And it definitely wasn't you, bud. All right, let's go visit the kids. Bye, little dude. All right. Boom. You're supposed to say it, kangaroo. All right, we got little mini Andrews, bro. And then we got that one over there. He's blind. It's Helen Keller. We got Helen Keller over here. He's blind and deaf. You can see a little bit. He smells really good, though. And then we got a little mixture of a tiny bit of Wolfie in here. And then we got the terrier mixed with a longer terrier. All right, and then we got the kids. Say hi and tell them their names. You gotta tell them your names.
My
too.
name's Jacob Biddle. Alex Biddle.
Alex Biddle?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you guys do the same thing as Daddy does?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
so tell us what Dad has. What does Dad have?
A lizard.
Well, that was, a monitor. Both good answers.
A merc monitor.
We're not gonna murk it. You're close though. You're getting closer.
Miller's monitor?
All right, I'm gonna flip the screen real quick and I'll tell you guys what we got going on here. Mind the rain. All right, so we're hanging out. Now we got the whole crew that came home from school. Surprise for me. So this is what I brought over to Andrew. I'll show you guys what I got from Andrew for Josh on the way back home since it's pouring rain outside. So we're not gonna deal with that. But this is a little Mertens water monitor. Now, I like these guys, number one, because unlike your other water monitors, they have a smaller pattern, and this pattern will stick like that all the way through adulthood. Another cool thing about these guys is, as far as disposition goes, they can be really flighty. This one in particular is very sweet, doesn't mind anything. He's head tame in the whole 9 yards, and when I say head tame, it means he doesn't like bob or weave or dive out of the way if you're touching his face or anything like that. He's not scared of anything. Very sweet lizard. So this is something Andrew wanted. So he worked out a trade with my buddy Josh over there. That's Cold Blooded Kingdom. And obviously Andrew is Wild Florida and Andrew. But these guys don't get as big as the other water monitors. So we keep a bunch of water monitors. I don't think the big boy's here, is he?
Yeah.
He is here?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go out back if it stops raining. Probably not. But he's got a Sumatra in back there that's a gigantic, probably about 7 feet long. One of the biggest water monitors I've seen. And he's not so much of a douche, but he is kind of hard to deal with. But this guy right here is probably gonna get about 3 feet, 3.5 feet with the tail tops, and that's where they'll flap out at. So it's like an intermediate species. It's good for a beginner monitor, but they are relatively expensive. However, definitely worth every bit of the cost because they do stay smaller. You can keep them in a smaller enclosure, and they're super hardy animals and obviously a very gorgeous type of monitor. So that's the Mertens water monitor for you guys, and I'll show you what Andrew put in trade when I get back to my house because I don't think I'll be stopping by Josh's tonight. So that's it. All right, you guys gotta say, what do you say?
Biddle Bros.
Biddle Bro, that'll work, right?
Shut up.
And then you gotta go boom. You gotta close it out with a boom. Say thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Boom.
Boom.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. All right, doggies. Where's Helen Keller? Helen Keller. Say bye. Water. What? I'll get in trouble for that. What are you doing, little buddy? Is this how moms feel? What do they call those things?
What?
I don't know. They wrap the baby in it or whatever.
Oh. Oh, no, it's called a bum or baby bum? I don't know.
Hey, little buddy, you're supposed to come out here for a second. Just poke it, dude. What's up? What's up? Look at this, bro. This is so cool. Hands free. Look, now I know how all moms feel. I can breastfeed them in public and everything. It's not even an issue. Look at this thing, dude. That's a kangaroo on the go. I almost want one just because of the fact that this is like the easiest thing ever. Like, you don't go anywhere, you don't want to do anything. You just want to hang out in your pouch. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Brad. Oh, you show your teeth first? Who picked Brad? Which one of you guys picked it? Look at these good kids. We're doing 2 ends of the episodes just because I wanted to put a kangaroo around my neck and carry him around in a sack. Little doggies here. Kangaroo doesn't care. Is the dog cool with the kangaroo? Clearly he is. And then we got the kids doing their reading over here. So you guys all stay in school. Do the right thing. I think they're probably smarter than we are at this point. What book you got? Let's do a book plug. That's a dog. That's close. So that one's not as smart. He picked up a dog instead of a book. So we got that going for him. And then Wings of Fire for this guy. They're reading books bigger than I ever read. So
I'm my dog.
yeah, so we got Andrew and Jessica's next generation over here. These guys are gonna run it. This one's gonna be good, but the guy that thought the dog was a book, I'm not sure about him. So he'll end up being the president though.
We'll see.
With the way things work out in this country. And that's it. That's it for the episode. I'll show you guys the black dragon we're bringing to Josh when I get back to the house over there. But realistically, I wanted an excuse to put a kangaroo around my neck. What are you doing, buds? Say bye. All right. That's it, my dudes. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
You gotta tell them like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
We never say that. We don't say that ever. It's
You get
cheesy.
5 years of unlock.
But we make the kids do it. Because then I don't have to. All right. Say bye, sick guy. Later on, dudes. Yeah, Andrew was dying today, so he got kind of a free day. Not really. There's no such thing as a free day when you got little munchkins running around like that. All right, go read your dog, bud. All right. Boom. Out.